Hi, my name is Shiva. In these times of extreme polarization, it's easy to forget that things are not always black and white, and there are several shades of gray in between, especially in politics. It's not just liberal versus conservative or Republican versus Democrat. There is a political spectrum, and it's important to know what the colors of the spectrum look like, where you and your beliefs are in the spectrum, and where the candidate you're voting for is positioned in the spectrum. There are many ways to define the spectrum, and we'll use a 0 to 10 numerical scale based on people's attitude towards change. We will start with 0 and 1, which is made up of radical revolutionaries. Individuals at these numbers strongly believe in an ideology and think that the only way to get there is through rapid change. 2 is made up of progressives. Progressives believe that change in the status quo is necessary and they work towards advancing those changes. I think Senator Bernie Sanders is a 2. 3 and 4 are for liberals who are open to changes and embrace them, but don't necessarily actively work towards changes. They're more interested in integrating change with status quo. I would put President Joe Biden as a 4. 5 and 6 are for centrists. Centrists are okay for change on some issues, but resist changes in others. It might seem as though they are wishy-washy on matters and don't really have a strong opinion or anything, but in reality, they tend to be very objective and analytical. That's why. 7 and 8 are for conservatives who want change to happen slowly. It doesn't mean they are opposed to change, they're just opposed to rapid, uncontrolled change. Given a choice between uncontrolled, rapid change and status quo, they would rather keep the status quo. I would put former President Donald Trump as an 8. 9 and 10 are for radical reactionaries who don't like change at all. They resist change so much that they actually fight for negative change. That is, they spend a lot of energy changing the status quo from the current state to what it was before. If you leave out the two edges, 0 to 1 and 9 to 10, those who are in the middle between 2 and 8 in the scale are also often called moderates. Moderates tend to drift slightly left and right around their number from time to time and based on what's at stake. Maybe because of that, they recognize and acknowledge that there are others in the spectrum who are perfectly reasonable people and can empathize with them. They are easier to work with. Also, the closer people are to the center, the more they rely on facts and reasoning. It's not that people at the edges do not understand facts and reasoning, they actually do, but they choose to deprioritize them. It's like when we are really hungry, we grab the first leftover from the refrigerator or stop at the first fast food restaurant and don't care so much about whether the food is healthy or not. Even though if we pause and think about it, we might make a different choice. But our hunger prompts us to just go for it. It's the same with people on the edges. They are hungry for realizing their ideals. As individuals at the edges, it is perfectly okay and often admirable to be that passionate about something. They would, in fact, make excellent leaders of organizations or institutions where the entire population is passionate about that ideal. However, since they are driven so much by their heart and emotions, and because of their inclination to de emphasize facts and reasoning, they do not do well as a leader representing their people in a democracy where the population is made up of people from all over the political spectrum. But their energy and conviction to their ideology can be mesmerizing, and mislead even moderates into thinking that they can be effective leaders. But because they have a hard time empathizing people holding other views, they cannot effectively serve the interest of the population. The bottom line, moderates make good leaders in a democracy. If there's a choice between two moderate candidates, choosing the candidate closer to your own spectrum number will make more sense to you. This is especially true in primaries, where the spectrum range of candidates is more narrow than in a general election. Using this voting strategy all the way down the ballot, we can elect able politicians who truly represent the majority of this, leading to a healthy democracy. Let me know what you think. I'm always interested in comments and feedback. If you like what you saw, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.